Hello everyone. Now I am going to give a presentation in the topic of XML in Cloud Data Integration. The topics will be covered in this presentation are why XML, introduction to XML, difference between XML and HTML, example XML document, XML syntax rules. Why XML? Why we need XML? XML makes the use of database very easy for our organization. Commonly, every organization is using relational database systems, but this relational database system is not able to handle rich data like audio, video, that is multimedia files, or nested data structures. These complicated structured and unstructured data are more common in use at cloud environments. There are a lot of benefits of using XML in cloud computing. Before getting into the benefits of XML, we need to know what is XML document. Basically, XML is a language which stores data in the specified format known as XML document. We will see the example of XML document in forthcoming slides. Here, a few benefits of XML are: XML document contains different types of data, from text to numbers, audio, video, to multimedia objects, to active formats like Java, .NET, whatever programming languages that end system supports. XML is actually a platform-independent language. XML is ideal for cloud computing because XML data is stored across various servers, but it looks as a feel of storing in a single server. The introduction to XML. XML is a software and hardware-independent tool for storing and transporting data. The expansion for XML is Extensible Markup Language. It is a markup language much like HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, which is famous in designing the web pages. Hypertext Markup Language. XML is designed to be read by both machine and human being. It is self-descriptive, and W3C World Wide Web Consortium is an organization which provided the standard for XML. XML simplifies few things. It simplifies data sharing, that is, it exchanges data between incompatible systems. Even high-ended systems can exchange data with legacy systems, incompatible in such a manner. Then data transport. XML data is stored in a plain text format, and it provides interoperability. Interoperability in the sense, in spite of any platform, in spite of any network, you can exchange your data without losing the content. Then it simplifies data changes, that is, one system may be in Linux operating system and another system may be in Windows operating system. It is easy for XML to transfer data in different operating systems. The last one is data availability. With XML, data can be available in all kinds of reading machines like computers, voice machines, news feeds, and even people. What is the difference between XML and HTML? Both are for different purposes. First, the XML is derived from the HTML at the version of 4.2. The important concept why the XML is derived is to carry the data. That is, it gives more importance to the content of the data, but HTML gives more importance to the presentation of the data. XML tags are not predefined like HTML tags. XML tags are user-defined and we can use our own tags, but all the HTML tags are predefined. XML is used to separate data from presentation. This is an example of XML document. The first line is the XML header file. Open angle bracket, XML version equals 1.0, encoding equals UTF-8. The initial version of XML is 1.0 and the initial type of UTF is 8 bits. UTF is the universal text format. XML supports multiple languages. It's known It's famous for internationalization. So 8 bits is a starting bit. You can use it as 16, 32 or whatever you can. The root node of the element or root node or the element of this HTML document is bookstore. This is the root element. Every opening tag will have the corresponding closing tag. Closing tag of this bookstore. This is the root node. This is the child node or the subchild. Book is also the element or the node. Category is the attribute. As same as language is the attribute. And cooking is the attribute value. The word which is placed inside the angle bracket is referred to as element or a node. The word placed inside the double quote is referred to as attribute value. This is the attribute, category is the attribute, and the value of attribute is, and the value of category attribute is cooking. Language attribute has a value as EN, English. Author, year, price, these are the subshells for the book element. This is the example of the XML document. XML2 structure, root element the bookstore. This is the parent for the child book, an attribute. Title, author, year, these are the siblings for each other. And the element title is having the text or a value as everyday Italian. 2005, 30, these are the values for the element or the siblings. There are few syntax rules for XMLs. First one is XML document must have a root element. Each and every XML document will have a single root element. That is root, and is a child element, child, subchild elements. Each and every opening tag will have a corresponding closing tag and empty root tag. Then XML prologue. This line is called as XML prologue. This is the optional one, but if you are mentioning it, it must come at the first line in each and every XML document. But if you use this in your XML document, it is easy for the machine to understand this format as XML in a quick way. All XML elements must have a closing tag, but in HTML there is no need for any closing tag in paragraph tag. But in XML document there is must of closing the tag. The paragraph tag is having opening tag and closing tag. Break tag is also having the closing tag. XML tags are case sensitive. We have to use the opening tag in the same case as well as in the closing tag. So this is the incorrect manner. Message element with the first letter of the uppercase and ends with a lowercase at the closing tag. So this is the correct manner. The white spaces is preserved in XML, but in HTML there is no white spaces allowed. But XML allowed multiple white spaces, but HTML does not allow it. XML elements must be properly nested. If you started with the bold tag, and you can end it with the opening of end it with the bold tag in a reverse manner in HTML. But in XML, if you first open the bold tag, you have to last end it with the bold tag, and if you are opening the italic tag after the bold tag, you have to first end the italic tag and then bold tag. Then XML attribute values must be quoted. All the attribute values, EN is the attribute, language is the attribute, and EN is the value. All the attribute values must be quoted. The syntax for writing the XML commands the same as in HTML. This is the way the command looks. The last one is the integer references. You can't place any special characters lesser than symbol in the XML document. Message salary less than 1000 is the incorrect manner. You will get an error. Message salary. This is the entity references. There are 5 predefined entity references. LT. All the entity references start with ampersand and into a semicolon. The salary lesser than 1000. If all these above rules satisfy, then the document is well-formed document. Thank you. Thanks for watching.